in our communities and in ourselves. If you will please mute your microphone in case you haven't done so yet, and then make sure that you finish your poll questions and hit the submit button in order to get that off of your screen. Today, our invocation is going to be led by District Governor Becky Mason. Our pledges by Jennifer Gregory, Human Resource Officer, Beaumont Housing Authority. Becky?
All right, there we go. Thank you, Cindy. Dear Heavenly Father, got so much, sorry, technical difficulties. There are so many things that we take for granted. Let us not ignore them today. Help us, God, to remember that life is a gift, that our health is a blessing, that today is a new day filled with awesome potential, and that we have the capacity to bring something wholly new and unique and good into this world. Help us to remember, dear Lord, to be kind and patient with the people who love us and to those with whom we work and interact each day. We're grateful for our many blessings, gracious God. Help us to live so that we may enhance the future of those whose lives we touch. Amen.
Could everyone please join me with the pledges to the United States and Texas flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you, Becky and Jennifer. Now for some committee announcements. Tim Sadella, President of American Valve and Hydrant, is going to tell us about the School Tools Service Project.
Thank you, Madam President. Good afternoon, everybody. I have a service opportunity for you this Saturday, February 13th, to support the Southeast Texas Food Bank. I didn't realize until recently that in addition to providing food to area agencies, they also have a program called Second Saturday School Tools to provide school supplies to teachers in 40 areas schools. Their school tools warehouse is located at 2100 Gulf Street near the Babes-Zaharia Stadium. We will help by directing teachers who are queued up in the parking lot of Babes-Zaharia Stadium to the warehouse on Gulf Street. It is important that the nearby fire station is not blocked with a caravan of vehicles. So if you can help Saturday, February 13th, please register on the Southeast Texas Food Bank website, which was listed in this week's Rotarygram. They need volunteers from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m., but come out when you can and leave when you need to. No matter what time you arrive, please check in at the warehouse, again located at 2100 Gulf Street, and make sure you wear your Rotarian at Work shirt so everyone will know who we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Now for an announcement on the Show Your Colors Flag Project, Pat Anderson, co-chair.
Well, really all set to go. Scouts are set to go, but the weather's not set to go. So we're looking at the possibility we're going to follow it till at least Friday and see what it is, because we want to do whatever we do. We want it to be safe. We don't want to be out there in the icy conditions, not with our Rotarians, and we definitely don't want the Scouts having to pick up the flags in the icy conditions. And it continues to look like we will cancel, but we're going to give it a shot and monitor the weather. And Jackie will be putting out something to each of you. You'll get an email if we do decide. And hopefully, and of course, Brad brought up something, we may pick another day that we can do the flag. So we'll let you know, and stay in touch with Gary and I, and we'll see what we can do about the flags. But anyway, I'd like to thank all those who have signed up. We've got a full crew ready to go. So if we do it, we'll be ready to go. So thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Now to talk about Valentine's for Calderwoods, Sherry Pierce. Sherry, are you here?
There we are. There we are. I couldn't find the. I'm on my phone and I couldn't find the mute button, the unmute button. So, anyway, we talked last week about doing Valentine's for Calder Woods or something, but Calder Woods is a great place to start. And I talked with a few people, and we could not come up with a way to get one official Valentine from Rotary. So here's what I'm asking you to do. Start right now. Get a pen and a piece of paper or pencil and piece of paper and write down this number, 409-673-0884. And here's what I need you to do. I need you to go and buy a pack of Valentines, not like the little kid Valentines, but like the ones at least that fold. And you can buy a pack of them. Sometimes you can buy a box of them, or you can buy a few individual Valentines if you want to. Take them home, sign them, put any kind of message you want in there, but sign it Rotary Club of Beaumont. And then call me and somebody will pick it up. You can either, or you can take it to Jackie's office, or you can drop it at Wesley tomorrow, be the only day, because our office is closed on Friday at Wesley United Methodist, and I can pick them up there whenever. And I will get them delivered either Saturday or Sunday to Calder Woods or wherever. But, you know, pick up a pack of 10 or so. And if I have 10 people that pick up a pack of 10, that's 100 people that'll get a Valentine. And you can write any kind of wish that you would like. Just be sure and sign that it's from the Rotary Club of Beaumont. And you all have my number now. And I've got people that said they would that have volunteered to help pick up. And I think we could do this. This is, since we aren't getting to do our layettes and all of that stuff like we normally do. And our what is it? Rotary Has Heart Day. And that's one of my favorite days of the whole time too. So if you would please get a Valentine or 6 or 10 or 50 or ever how many you want to do, and call me and I will have somebody pick it up, or you can take it to Jackie or drop it at Wesley or drop it at my house or whatever. Do I have any questions?
Yes, what might we put on the front of the envelope?
Don't put anything on the front of the envelope, or you might, I don't know, we didn't discuss that. I would say no.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. That's a great one. Just put Happy Valentine's Day on the front of the envelope, because we won't have individual names. Write that on that paper with my phone number so you don't forget that.
Hey,
Anybody else?
Sherry, this is Cheryl. What's our deadline tomorrow?
No, well, if you want to take it, if you want to drop them at Wesley, tomorrow is the deadline. But if you want to get with me, I probably won't even deliver them till Sunday afternoon. I think it would be a nice Valentine surprise for somebody. But and they, you know, get them out to them. But I may do it Saturday evening. We'll see. We'll see. But you know, get them to me Saturday by Saturday anyway.
Oh, okay. Well,
you can take them and drop them at Jackie's office.
okay, thanks.
But if you got to take them to Jackie's office, they need to be there, I guess, tomorrow, or by Friday anyway, and I'll pick them up sometime Friday.
What time is Wesley?
Do what?
What is the time to drop them off at Wesley?
If you're going to drop them at Wesley Methodist, it's tomorrow, and they close the office about 4 o'clock, I think, on Thursday. And they're closed all day on Friday.
So it's any time between, what, 9 to 4?
Yeah, about 9 to 4. Mm-hmm. If you want to drop them there, or if you want to call me, whatever. I'll let them know that people might be bringing some by.
What do we put on the signature lines?
Your friends at Beaumont, Rotary Club of Beaumont. Just somewhere in there, put the Rotary Club of Beaumont. You can put your name if you want to. You can write a special message.
Okay,
Anybody
thank
else?
you, Sherry. That sounds like a
All
good
right.
plan. So I'll be getting mine.
Yeah, I need at least, I would like to have 100 Valentines.
What's that
So,
for? What's that for?
Valentine's
for Valentines for people at Calderwood.
And a good way to show that Rotary has a heart.
Rotary Has Heart. There we go. All right. Thanks, y'all.
Cindy,
Thank you,
excuse
Sherry.
me a minute.
Uh-huh.
You want to remind them about the health center work too.
Okay, let me do my 2 announcements, and I'm going to get to Wesley. Jackie included in the Rotarygram this week. If you are interested in volunteering, because I noticed Fred Christensen put that he got his first shot yesterday at the Beaumont Health Clinic, and it was very organized. Well, Jackie had an opportunity to talk to Sherry Ulmer when she took a friend up there, and we can get on a list to volunteer to help them with whatever might be needed, aside from us actually giving a shot or something that a medical person would need to do. But they still need people to do traffic and just different things to keep this going. So if you are available and want to be ready to volunteer with this vaccine rollout through the health department, please sign up following the link on the Rotarygram, or give Jackie a call and she can add your name on there. And Ms. Ulmer said at this point that they had enough medical personnel doing it, but if they start really needing volunteers, then we just wanted them to know that we are at the ready to help in any way that we can with these vaccines. The other thing I wanted to bring up is that it's almost time to get our scholarship applications in. They're going to be due by March the 1st. So if you know of a high school senior in the Beaumont area that would be a good applicant for our, it's an $8,000 scholarship. They get $1,000 each semester for 4 years. Then the information is on our website, and they can get their application filled out and to the office prior to March 1st. And then we have a committee. Last year we had probably 40 or 50 applications for the 2 scholarships that we give out. So just if you know of any high school seniors, or if you're able to spread the word, please do so, because that scholarship application is up and ready for them to start filling out. Now I have Wesley Shipley is going to talk about Rotary Direct and foundation donations. Wesley?
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I think you've heard before, the Rotary Foundation is the charitable vehicle for the Rotary International. Gifts to the Rotary Foundation are used to support the international and also the mission of Rotary in the United States. And the Rotary Foundation is recognized as an excellent charitable organization. It's got a 4-star rating from Charity Navigator, which is the highest they give. And 92% of the funds donated to the Rotary Foundation go to the designated purposes and supporting the mission of Rotary. So you can, when you give a donation, you can select any of the Rotary areas of focus, in Polio Now, or you could select the annual fund, which sends money back to our district, and ultimately our club can get some of that money for our projects. And it's now really easy to donate to the Rotary Foundation. They've got what's called Rotary Direct. You can go to rotary.org/donate, and you can sign up to make regular donations. You can donate monthly, quarterly, annually, and any donation larger than $10 is okay. And what they'll do, they'll either charge your credit card or your bank account directly. You don't have to remember, you know, once a month, do I have to write a check, or once a quarter, do I have to write a check? They take care of everything, and it's automatic. And as a special, I guess you'd say, incentive to sign up, we have a reception at the end of February for the donors in District 5910. So that involves people who are Paul Harris Fellows and other things like that. But the easiest way to get on the list is just sign up for Rotary Direct. But if you're going to do that, you have to move fast, because you have to sign up and the stuff has to get back to Jackie in time for you to get an invitation to get in. A special thing, due to the electronic magic we're using now, a guest at our reception this year is going to be Holger Knack, who's the Rotary International president. So you get a chance to hear him talk. And some people have even been able to send in questions that he'll be asked. So please go and sign up for Rotary Direct. And there's a secret you probably don't want our speaker to know, but you can just, I know you're on a computer, just open another window in your browser. And right now you can go to rotary.org/donate before you forget. Thank you.
Thank you, Wesley.
Thank you. Can I make one little suggestion there? Thank you so much, Wesley, for calling attention to this. And also, I just want to say that Paul Harris Society is giving $1,000 a year, and it can be done through Rotary Direct. And so anyway, just wanted to clarify that. Thanks so much, Wesley.
Thank you, Wesley. Thanks for adding that in, Becky. Now to introduce our guest speaker, we have Teresa Simpson, Chair of Lamar University and BISD Business Partnership at Lamar University. Teresa?
Hi, everyone. It's so good to see everyone this afternoon. I'm always so delighted whenever I get the chance to introduce to our Rotarian family our shining cardinals. And boy, do we have one for you today. So I have the distinct honor in introducing a fellow cardinal and student leader at Taliah Belcher. Taliah was introduced to our new office, the Office of Community Relations, Economic Development, and Student Access here at LU, as a member of the new incoming SGA, Student Government Association Administration for 2021. After that meeting with Taliah, she followed back up with me and asked how she could be of more service to this office and what LU was doing in our community through the initiative of student access. Shortly after, she joined our team here in the office as a student director and later became the newly appointed chair for Cardinal SOAR, Students Occupationally and Academically Ready. She was also very clear on her appreciation to serve and give back to the university, as it has given her so much, as she is a current presidential scholar, formerly known as a Maribos Scholar. You will hear so much more about Taliah and her journey as a cardinal, and I want to thank Lynn Hill for the invitation for her to speak today. I give you Taliah Belcher to share her story as a cardinal with a heart of service. Taliah?
Hi, everyone. It's nice to be here, and thank you so much for that great introduction. So first, thank you for allowing me to speak today, and I'm really excited, and I want to show you guys kind of my journey through service. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a little presentation.
Taliah, can we ask you to talk a little closer to your microphone?
Yes, can you hear me? Kind of?
Not very well.
Not very well.
Are you
Taliah, we can hear you, but if you could just speak a little louder, that would help us.
Okay. Okay.
Is your mic on?
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your
Yes?
screen.
Okay, awesome.
Or I can.
Okay, so my commitment to service. So just a little background about me. My name's Taliah Belcher. I'm currently a sophomore. I'm a finance and accounting major, and I'm from Plano, Texas. And so a little bit about how I got into service. So I actually came from a service-oriented background. My brother was actually in Rotaract in high school, and he was in RILA as well. And my mom is currently in Young Men's Service League, which is similar to the Rotary Club, but just a different name for that's, you know, for my hometown. And so my mom and my son were, my brother were in the Young Men's Service League when my brother was in high school. So my mom's been in it for about 6 years now. So I've seen my family serve, and oftentimes I would go with my brother to serve. So it's kind of become second nature now. I started from a young age, and I just really got into it. I really loved it. I love that I could help somebody out. And so I would love to continue that today. Yes. And so how I serve. So as Dr. Simpson said, I am the Secretary Treasurer for SGA, Student Government Association. So student government is basically the voice for the entire student body. We act as the liaison between the students and the administration, and we kind of facilitate that conversation, and we express student concerns to upper administration and work to get those taken care of. And we also work to create positive change on campus. Students look up to us whenever they have an issue, and it's our job to do something about that. So when they see us putting in effort, it just kind of reinforces them that they selected and they elected the right people to serve. So I'm really grateful to be in this position and to have this sort of, I guess, power to actually do something on campus. So we all kind of have our own little projects that we work on. And so last semester when I first got elected, I worked on a project that was in collaboration with the Lamar University Police Department, and we got the shuttle route actually changed. So my freshman year, I would ride the shuttle all the time, and I noticed that it would go to Central Mall instead of Parkdale Mall, and I just figured that students would like it better if it went to Parkdale Mall because there's so many more stores. So I collaborated with LUPD, and we got the shuttle route changed this semester, which is amazing. I'm really thankful for that. I'm also currently on the University Sustainability Committee, and we are currently working to decrease our single-use plastic use as well as reestablish recycling. Unfortunately, the plant that was close to our school got shut down, and we no longer have a place to bring our recycling, so we just kind of stopped. So we're working to bring that back, as well as we're trying to transform our energy into 100% clean energy. And of course, all of these things are long-term projects, but we hope in the future that one day we will get there. So that's my current project right now. And so as a whole for SGA, we didn't have too many projects that were completed, but we were able to serve in other ways. So here are some of our fall 2020 accomplishments. So with the presidential election last year, we really wanted to put a major focus on voting and making sure students knew that their vote actually mattered. So we were able to register over 150 plus students, and that included the entire football team, which is something I don't think has ever been done before. So that was amazing for us. And so we also held multiple events last semester, especially with everything going on. Students are really stressed, especially with the new platform and COVID and everything. So we wanted to put on these events to help ease that stress and help students kind of adjust, especially freshmen, to this new kind of normal. So these events were, like I said, supposed to help students, but we also wanted to put a focus on helping students develop professionally, as well as increasing their knowledge about the available resources that they have on campus. So in doing this, we put on a resume workshop. So this workshop was in collaboration with the Career and Professional Development Center, and they came out and gave a little presentation, and they helped critique students' resumes, and we also had a photographer come out and give students professional headshots, which they really loved. We also held a financial aid informational where we had a representative from the Office of Financial Aid come out and give students advice and tips on how to, get more financial aid and how to fill out their FAFSA. Because last year, the FAFSA opened up around mid of the semester. So students were really looking for that information, and they really found that helpful. And then for obvious reasons, we put on a COVID-19 awareness table. And the purpose of this event was to just stress the importance of adhering to the school's, COVID guidelines, and being responsible and respectful and safe when attending classes and events. So we had a little table set up that was also in partnership with the residence halls, and we handed out hand sanitizers and masks, and we had little pamphlets with information on how to be safe in the dorms. And so another great project that we actually put on or implemented was a mentorship program. So our Vice President, Jasmine Patton, actually headed this program. And so the purpose of it was to create a program for at-risk students and at-risk demographics that may just need a little more help or a little more support and help them adjust to college life. So that was implemented and launched last fall, and it's going great right now. So, and then some pictures. So if you see in the bottom middle picture, that's us at the football complex registering football players. The picture at the bottom left is our COVID awareness table. The bottom right was our resume workshop. The picture in the middle right was our financial aid informational. The top right is our mentorship program. And then the picture in the middle is us, one of our tables, our voter registration tables. So I'm also part of the Finance Association. So the Finance Association is a professional development organization that strives to prepare students for their interested professions. So, and this is done through guest speakers and informational workshops that allow students to explore their career options and get advice and tips on things like their resume, interviews, internships, and things of that nature. So in short, this organization focuses on setting our members up for success. So, and I'm about to show a few other organizations I'm a part of, but all these organizations allow for service opportunities. This specific organization, like I said, is more professional development. So that's how we serve our members, is setting them on the right path to be great in the future. So, and I will talk more about this specific organization later on. So I'm also a member, the vice president actually, of the College of Business Student Advisory Council. So in short, the definition I kind of like to use for this organization is we're the SGA, but for the College of Business. So we facilitate the conversation between the students and the dean, and we work to improve the College of Business, and any concerns students have, we hear and we work to get those taken care of. So this semester, this year, actually, we're trying to put a heavier focus on community service. So we want to organize a big event where students of the College of Business and organizations and professors can all come together and perform a big service project. So last semester we did one at the food bank, and we had about 15-20 people come out, but hopefully this semester we're able to get a lot more people. Of course, with COVID, it's really hard to have people come out and to have big groups of people. So next year it'll definitely or probably be a bigger turnout, but we really are trying to implement a big project like that. And also, so Lamar Ambassadors. So I was recently selected to join this amazing organization. And if you don't know what ambassadors are, they basically are the face of the school. So we represent students at all university functions. And we work to promote service and pride among the members of Lamar. So this is a very service-oriented group. All the members are very passionate and motivated to do great things for Lamar. So being a part of this group is just amazing. Being around all these like-minded students, it just helps motivate you as an individual to want to do better for your school and for yourself and for everybody else. Everything unfortunately has been delayed because of COVID, so I haven't really been able to participate in any events because we've barely had any, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And this organization is very active on campus, one of the most active organizations on campus. So I'm really looking forward to being able to be a part of this and a part of representing the students. So I also, when outside of school, I regularly volunteer at the food bank. So it's a coincidence that you guys were talking about school tools because that's what I normally volunteer in. So I'll go on Saturdays and volunteer with school tools. And so normally what those duties consist of are organizing supplies and preparing the shelves. I help assist the teachers when they come and shop. I will also like bag their supplies and help them carry them to their cars. And also sometimes we will assemble food packages just depending on if we are having teachers come in that day. But I highly recommend it. It's a great program. The teachers are all so nice and they're so grateful for you. So if you are thinking about volunteering at School Tools, it's amazing. 100% recommend. So I'm also in Beta Alpha Psi, and if you don't know what Beta Alpha Psi is, it's an honor society for accounting majors, and you have to meet certain requirements to be inducted. But similar to the Finance Association, Beta Alpha Psi is meant to help in your professional development. So they also put a heavy focus on community service. So the picture on the right is a few of the members, also a few of the members of Green Squad together working at our community garden that's on campus. So the picture on the left, I'm just laying cement blocks for a flower bed that we had created. So Beta Alpha Psi likes for us to complete a certain amount of service hours together so that we can obviously give back, but also bond more as a team. But like I mentioned before, COVID has put like a stop to a lot of our events. So we were only able to volunteer twice here and at the food bank. But for sure in the future, I'm looking forward to a lot more of these service events that Beta Alpha Psi will put on. And so now the Office of Community Relations, Economic Development, and Student Access. So like Dr. Simpson mentioned, I'm a student director and SOAR co-chair of this office. And so the main goal of this office, if you don't know, is to bring like people, ideas, and resources together to create positive change and opportunities in our community and to work to solve problems. In challenges. So there's three kind of aspects of it. Of course, the community relations aspect, the economic development access and economic development aspect, and the student access aspect. So they're all intertwined basically in achieving this main goal. And so this is a fairly new office, and I'm of course a fairly new member of this office, but it's great to be a part of actual positive change. And if you've never been on the website before, I highly recommend you go check it out, because whenever I was first getting introduced to this office and I researched on the website, it was just crazy to see how much this office has already done in such a short amount of time. And I just gave you just a brief kind of basic overview of the mission statement, but this office has done so much and has so many initiatives, and I'm just so thankful to be a part of it. And I love doing it. I'm so glad that I was able to be a part of this. And it's just amazing what we've been able to accomplish. So it's such a high honor to be associated with something like this. So, whenever I first came to the office, I was presented with this idea from Dr. Simpson. And so as a finance major, this is something that's really, close to my heart. And that is having a collaboration between our office and Education First, having a financial literacy program. So we're really in the early stages of developing this program, but currently, our goal that we came up with was to give students in our Cardinal Nest campuses and their families a foundation to make financially knowledgeable decisions. So, and this will be taught through fun activities and parent night events. So we plan for the kids to learn through like interactive workbooks and online platforms to learn more about these topics. And we also plan to have parent night events so their parents can come and learn more about what their kids are doing, and also themselves learn to make more financially knowledgeable decisions and help set up their kids for success in the future. So like I said, we're in the early stages of developing it. We plan to launch fall 2021. And this is, like I had mentioned, an especially exciting program for myself, because I'm able to combine that finance aspect of my major along with my passion for service. So this is the first time that I've kind of been able to combine the two. And so I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to that. I do want to kind of go into financial planning and advising in the future in my career path. So this is an amazing opportunity, and I'm so glad that I'm able to be a part of it. And also, I'll be able to connect my my fellow finance association members, so what I was talking about earlier, with this wonderful program, so I can help them grow in their professional development and help them grow their credentials too through service. So like I said, we're partnering with Education First, and I'm just super excited and grateful for such an amazing opportunity, and I can't wait to see this through to completion. So now SOAR. So SOAR is one of the many initiatives of the office, and SOAR stands for Students Occupationally and Academically Ready. So what we do, so we are a student commission for student access to higher education, and we do this through service-led opportunities on our Cardinal Nest campuses. And so I mentioned Cardinal Nest earlier, and that stands for Navigating Excellence, Success, and Triumph. So we have 4 current Cardinal Nest campuses, and we're hoping to expand in the future. Currently, we have Peach MacArthur, Blanchette, Charlton Pollard, and Amelia Elementary. So before COVID, we would come out, or a lot of you came out and helped built these Cardinal Nest campuses. So you know what I'm talking about. And we are so grateful for that, and we're so appreciative, and we're so glad that you guys were able to be a part of that. And if you don't know what a Nest campus is, it's an innovative learning lab.
Where did I do that?
And traditionally we bring
it's not on there.
Yeah.
And traditionally we bring, collaborative projects and events to the students of the campus, and we serve on kind of like a need based on what the campuses need. So during COVID, however, we launched our ROAR program, which was second to ExxonMobil in launching their virtual tutoring for our campuses. So ROAR is a virtual reading program that is kind of catered to our Nest campuses. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this program. It's really amazing. And so I have some pictures on the right. So if you kind of want to see like more of how it all works. So it's really easy, and I tell this to everybody. It is so easy. We take care of all the logistics for you. If you are interested or signed up to volunteer already, you know that we will send you weekly, or Dr. Simpson will send you weekly links, and all you have to do is open up your computer and click the link. It's that easy. And if you can see this first picture at the top, is kind of what you'll see when you are volunteering. So the teacher, there'll always be a BISD representative on with you. So she will share her screen, and you'll be able to clearly see the book and read along with the students. So like I said, it's so easy, and it's amazing that we've been able to, make such an innovative project, because you have virtual meetings, you have virtual events, you have virtual classes, and being able to have virtual volunteering is something that, I personally would have never thought could be possible. So like I said, it's so easy. It takes away, travel time. A lot of times if you have an event you have to go to, you have to make sure you plan ahead for traveling there, traveling back, maybe changing clothes. But with this, if you have a computer and you have a quiet space, you can just sit down, open up your computer, and it's truly a 30-minute slot. So 100% recommend. If you would like to participate, you can reach out to Ms. Hill, Dr. Simpson, or myself, and we would love to have you on board. I've been volunteering since first semester, and the students are so grateful to have us on. And it's honestly, like I said, it's truly an amazing program that we've been able to put on. And so, like I mentioned, before COVID, we would kind of have like projects. So that's kind of was the basis of our office. So here are the couple projects that we have put on. We had the Department of Nursing actually come out and offer like a health promotional program to the students. And so whenever we have a project, they will actually present that project in our Cardinal Nest camp, in the actual Cardinal Nest. So it's amazing to be able to utilize that for these projects. So we also have had industry tours. A cool one we had was an instrument petting zoo. So we had members of Tau Beta Sigma come out and bring instruments, and the kids were able to try each instrument and go around kind of like, a petting zoo. We also offered a Native American storyteller, and we had the College of Nursing offer dental hygiene program. So really amazing. We're hoping to, of course, start this back up after COVID, after everything is safe. But we've been able to already have so many great projects. And this is what a Cardinal Nest actually looks like, if you don't know. So we'll have somebody come out and paint the walls themselves. And then we come out and include all this cool furniture. So we have bean bags for them, computers, laptops, little seating areas. Whenever they're doing, their virtual reading, they will actually sit in this Cardinal Nest. So it's really cool for them to be able to utilize this on a daily basis. And also one cool thing is this kind of screen that they are playing on in the middle. So they're able to use that for presentations, for playing, just all cool types of things that they can use. So this is great. Like I said, thank you so much for those who have came out and helped, and we're hoping to continue to expand to more elementary schools and bring this to more areas. So why I serve? So it allows me to meet new people and build my professional network. So every time I've served, I've always met at least one person. Like, it's so easy to be able to talk to somebody while you guys are performing, you know, a common interest. So like I showed in the picture of me at the food bank, I actually served with the whole soccer team, women's soccer team at Lamar. You know, I've never met any of them before, but we were able to talk and communicate while, you know, giving back, which is amazing. And, you know, building my professional network through SGA, I've met so many people, and I've been able to, and that's been able to open so many doors for me. You know, like Dr. Simpson mentioned, through SGA, I actually was first introduced to the office. And, you know, now being in the office, especially, I've definitely brought in my own, my professional network, definitely through the help of Dr. Simpson, and through Cardinal Soar, and through communicating with our, you know, our community partners, which is awesome. And then the second one, service above self, able to pay it forward by helping others out. That's pretty self-explanatory. It's always important to give back and kind of treat people how you would want to be treated. And I just feel like it's my duty to, you know, if somebody's kind to me, to redistribute that kindness and help somebody else out. And number 3, it teaches me valuable lessons. So serving, I feel like, has instilled in me very teachable moments. I've developed my sense of selflessness, humility, graciousness, gratefulness. It's just whenever you serve, you get a chance to kind of stop and consider, like, wow, you know, I'm truly blessed. And it's awesome to be able to help somebody else out. You know, you kind of just stop and you're like, man, I'm so grateful for everything. Let me just take this chance to give back to somebody. And number 4, I'm able to grow as a student leader and professional through the development of essential skills. So this is kind of similar to number 1. Serving has allowed me to develop those skills like communication, time management, organization, things like that, things that are going to help me in my future career, especially through serving in those professional development organizations, has really helped me. And also, I've been able to get opportunities like this. You know, if I was never in those clubs or didn't have such a passion for service, I wouldn't be here today making this presentation to you all. So it's really helped me grow as a student leader and professional, just overall. And number 5, I wish to give back to those who helped me and to my community. So I'm really, really, really appreciative of those who helped me. And similar to number 2, I'm trying to pay it forward by helping somebody else out. So I really love getting involved in mentorship programs, because I've had a couple of mentors in my life who have helped me so much, and I wouldn't be here without them today. So being involved in, you know, the SGA mentorship program, and I'm also an honors mentor, I find it so useful because I know how it's kind of set me on the right path, and I want to, you know, pay it forward and help set somebody else on the right path. So, and I also want to just make those people proud who have invested in me. You know, like my mom, she sacrificed a lot for me. She got me here, so I want to make her proud and show her that all her sacrifices are worth it, and that she has helped me become who I am today. I also want to give back to Lamar. So like Dr. Simpson said, I'm a presidential scholar, and Lamar has done so much for me. And I want to help where I can and just make Lamar overall just a better place. And this is a quote that I find really inspirational. A lot of you probably know it. I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel, by Maya Angelou. So this quote isn't specific to service, but I find it ties really well into why I serve. Like I mentioned, I am really appreciative of what people have done for me, and it makes me feel so good inside, and I'll never forget that. And so I want to be that for somebody else. I know how, being compassionate and giving back has just affected my life. And so I want to be that for somebody else. And I would love for somebody to look back and be like, man, like she really made me feel, this way and that way, that she really helped me. So, and this is a quote that I really feel like exemplifies, just my whole service journey and why I serve. And then that's all. That's my journey. Are there any questions? I'll unshare my screen. I'll go back to Zoom.
Ms. Belcher, I have a question. I appreciate you being with us and your servant heart. And I always tell students that when I look at resumes, I look at the whole thing, but I always start with the bottom of page 2, which is where you show what you did that you didn't have to do, all those service activities that you certainly embrace. And you have definitely a Rotarian servant heart, and I appreciate that. One question, and you mentioned a lot of the activities you're involved with at Lamar, and I've had a chance to interact with some of the Lamar ambassadors, but I was always curious as to how they are selected. Is that a position you have to apply for, or how do you become a Lamar ambassador?
Yes, so great question. So yes, you do have to apply for it. Applications are opened every spring semester. So I applied last spring. I didn't get really selected until fall because of COVID, but you'll normally get selected in the spring. So there's an application process. You have to get like a recommendation. You have to send in your resume, answer some questions, and then they'll review it, and they'll decide if you will get picked for an interview. And then if you do, of course, you interview, and then they'll get back to you on if you get selected.
Thank you. Are there any more questions for Taliah?
This is Henry Venta. I don't have a question, but I want to say publicly that I'm very proud to have Taliah in my class. She's actually in my class currently. Yes. And I know now that she for sure will be at the 1:50 p.m. class, right? Because yes, she's right here, right? That's when we meet via Zoom. Well, not Zoom, we use Blackboard, but I have a synchronous class, and Taliah was, when I learned last week that she was going to be the speaker, I texted her in class, and she was so excited. So I am excited too. You make us all proud.
Thank you so much. Yes, I didn't even know you were in the club, so I was so happy to hear that you were going to be there. So that's awesome.
Yeah, what are your plans for the future?
Career-wise or just anything?
Well, anything.
Anything. So, I mean, career-wise, I mentioned a little bit, I did want to go into financial planning. For the future, though, kind of in the next couple of years, I do want to get my master's. So I plan to be at Lamar for a couple more years, of course, continuing my service and just helping, wherever I can.
Well, thank you, Taliah, for sharing your story with us today. And I want to second what Taliah said about being a ROAR volunteer. I had my first time last week with a little girl named Jacqueline, and we read a book together over Zoom. And I want to say that being able to Zoom I've done it in person, I've done it in Zoom, and we can just have so many people be able to participate, and it went really well. We read a book together, and we were able to interact with each other. And our 30 minutes just passed by so fast. So if you're interested in that, get with Lynn Hill, and she'll get you signed up. Or Brad Brown is currently volunteering just with the ROAR program with our partner school at Martin Elementary, and there's slots available there too. So that's a great opportunity for you to serve. And thank you, Taliah. In your name and your honor, we're going to be making a donation to Rotary International Foundation, and they cover 7 different focus areas. And you covered several of them today in talking about what all that you are involved in. So thank you so much for joining us and for being our speaker today.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm really honored. And I hope I was just able to inspire you guys just as much as you inspire me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It's very, very, you put a smile on my face a whole lot of times today, Taliah.
Thank you.
And just as a reminder, please sign up for the school tools distribution this Saturday. And consider signing up for Rotary Direct to make some donations. You can do it as low as $10 a month and still qualify for that foundation Zoom meeting that we're going to have with President Holger-Nack. And also, reminder, if you know anybody who would be interested in applying for the Rotary Scholarship that is a senior in high school, please get those applications in by March the 1st. Our speaker next week, we'll have 2 speakers. There'll be Christina Loki and John Beaver with the Beaumont Convention and Visitors Bureau. They will take us on a trip through the Cattail Marsh, scenic wetlands, and the boardwalk. So that should be a fun time next week. In closing, I want to thank you all for attending today, and let's end with the 4-way test of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth?
Truth.
Second, is it fair
To all concerned?
Third,
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
and fourth, will it be beneficial to
Beneficial
all?
to all concerned.
Have a good week. Go out and find opportunities to lead and serve. Thank you.
Guys, have a great week.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Everyone.
Adios.
Any